Okay.
All right. It is Garrett's birthday month.
Garrett Palooza.
Garrett Palooza. Garrett, how old will you be turning?
25. I'm
25. She's a spring chicken.
No, I'm a grandma.
Okay.
I feel like I'm a grandma. I know that I'm not in the grand scheme of things.
You're not. You're not at all.
So no, my best friend Sam, I know that you're watching this. Hey,
Hi,
he's
Sam.
coming in from New York. He's auditioning for the Atlanta Symphony Orchestra, and it
so
just
cool.
happens that Atlanta Symphony Orchestra auditions are the 25th, the 26th, and the 27th. So he's staying through my birthday, and I get to hang out with him. I'm so excited.
Oh, that's perfect. That'll be so fun. Well, if he does get the part, what does he play?
Violin.
Oh, beautiful.
He is absolutely insanely good. He just graduated with his master's from Juilliard.
Oh my gosh, that's so
no,
cool.
like,
Juilliard, fancy.
So he's got auditions for that. He's auditioning, I think, for the New York Phil. I don't remember, but he's in like a quartet right now. He's doing a ton of stuff. Like he's making a name for himself, and I'm so proud. I actually like this is such a fun story. It was the summer of 2008, and we were at Myrtle Beach for our annual family vacation. And I, just being the social butterfly that I am, see this little boy wearing the exact same swim shirt as me, just in blue instead of in pink. And so I walk up to him and I was like, "Hey, do you want to build a sandcastle?" And
Do you want to play?
Here we are, best friends.
Wait, when was that? How old were y'all?
2008. So 17 years.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
This is my sweet thing. I love him so much.
What a sweet story. I love that. Well, good luck, Sam, on your audition. I hope that you get it, and then I can come see you. Where do they play? Is that like at the Fox?
There's an orchestra hall for the ASO.
Oh, okay, very nice.
Yeah, I auditioned to be in the car and didn't get it, but
well, I can't carry a tune to save my soul, so there's no. I'm sorry that you didn't get
enough for the both of us.
Oh my gosh! Well, happy early birthday, Garrett.
Thank you. We'll have to do a birthday episode.
Oh yeah, 100% we will. Let's talk about the Cotton Bowl. Everyone, I pulled my back today, so I'm going to take a Flexeril and go to sleep. So this is going to be a very short episode because
as you can all see in my face, I gave myself a lovely chemical burn to start off the new year. So we're rocking the no makeup look. Everything is great. I haven't been home since Sunday night, so
we hopped on to record last night and Garrett was all pixelated and I couldn't understand her because she was not on Wi-Fi and couldn't get the Wi-Fi password. So
I got it literally like 2 minutes after we disconnected the call.
Oh no. I thought about like, should we just wait? It's fine. Here we are.
Yes. So the Cotton Bowl, Texas, Ohio State. I have Ohio State by 10.
Here's the problem with this game. There's not a whole lot to talk about because if you watched either of these two teams play within the last few weeks, nobody cares about the discussion. Everyone is picking Ohio State. They're favored by 5.5 points. Chip Kelly's offense is firing on all cylinders. Hats off. This is his first year at Ohio State. He came from UCLA where he was the head coach, but they are doing a phenomenal job. Will Howard just dropping dimes all over the place. I mean,
Ohio State finally figured out that if you just throw the ball to one of the 10 NFL receivers on your roster, you can actually do well and win games.
I wish we had some of their $20 million roster players. They looked so good. Will Howard threw for 319 yards. Jeremiah Smith had 7 catches for 187 yards. I mean, like on and on. But not even that. Let's talk about their defense. Oregon had a negative 23 rushing yards.
Mm-hmm.
What an embarrassing game for our boy Dan Lanning. I
was rooting for you. We were all rooting for you.
We were all rooting for you. How dare you?
I never yelled at a girl like this.
All of the men that are watching this will not understand.
No, they will not. But Tyra Banks, you are a queen. I love you.
That was a reference to America's Next Top Model.
Oh, one of the best series. I'm still so devastated.
I didn't watch it in the later series, but yeah, it did used to hit. I loved Tyra. I still love Tyra.
I've actually been a really big RuPaul's Drag Race fan, and, like,
I've
I know
never
a
watched
lot of
that.
people okay, no, it's actually really, really good, and I know a lot of people like, "Oh, Southern conservative Christian woman, what do you mean you're talking about RuPaul's Drag Race?" There is no drama like gay men drama, okay? You have, like, 20 gay men in a room, and they're all dressing up as women. The drama is it is perfection. I love it.
So today I was talking about the Blake Lively, Justin Baldoni situation, and I was like, I love celebrity drama so much because it doesn't involve me or anyone that I know. So like nothing bad is going to happen about me talking, in regard to me talking about this, and I can just get obsessed with it.
No, exactly. I can, like, lose myself in the subreddits for hours, and nobody's gonna say a thing.
Yeah, I can just scroll all these videos and read all these texts that I really don't know anything about. But yes, a very disappointing game for the Ducks, but they did have a great season up until last week. They were just no match for Ohio State. And if Ohio State continues to play like they have been playing the last couple weeks, like we said last week, they'll be the national champion. Do you think Ryan Day's going to retire if he does win the Natty?
No. No, not at
You
all.
think he's going to stay at Ohio State?
Oh, yeah.
Oh no, I think he's out. That is a
Really?
hellhole of a job. He is the most joyless like
N
he is so miserable.
I can see that. I I just don't know. I mean, how old is he? How old
Oh, I don't
is
know. Is
Ryan
he
Day?
49?
He's 45.
45. Oh gosh, sorry. Sorry, Ryan Day.
No, I mean, he's 45. I could see him leaving for potentially a different head coaching job, but there's no way a 45-year-old man would retire from coaching as a whole.
So there's rumors that he is going to take an NFL job if he wins everything.
Hey, you know what? Great. Get him the hell out of college football. I am sick and tired of seeing that man on my TV every Saturday.
He's tired of being in Columbus, I'm pretty sure. He's
And I
ready to
don't
get
blame
out.
him.
I don't either. I can't imagine how many wrinkles and gray hairs the Ohio State University has given him.
And you know what? I've started to notice some of the same behaviors from Georgia fans too after this season. And we can obviously get into the Notre Dame game later, but a successful season is not defined by a conference championship and a natty. A successful season is defined by so many different things, and Ohio State fans don't really have a grasp on that. And like it's got to be one of the hardest jobs ever because unless you're winning everything all the time, none of these people are happy.
Well, they only care about the Michigan game and the national championship, and they haven't been winning those lately. So they've been very unhappy the last several years. And so here we are. So what are you going to do? But they'll, celebrate him, everything. They'll forget all about it, all about the Michigan losses, all the 4 in a row, if he wins the national championship this year, and then he will get the hell out of town.
Yep. I mean, I literally texted you about this on Saturday, the Will Howard post-game interview. I fell in love with him. Like, he's so cute. I want to
He
eat
is. I didn't realize that we were going to love Will Howard, and we just fell in love at the same time. What was with the podium thing? Did you think that was weird?
that was weird. I don't exactly know what the whole
I
deal
don't
was
either.
behind that.
It was strange. Why is the quarterback not on stage? And he's like, they won't let me on. Like, it was
Yeah.
so awkward. He literally just won the game. He's
Like, not
leading your
only
offense. I don't
quarterback,
understand.
he is throwing dimes, and you're not letting him up there?
Like, he's kind of important to your team. You might somebody scoot over. There was standing room. Like, this is not the Titanic in the door. Like, there is room.
I don't know. There are some things that I choose not to ask questions about. That's one of those things.
We'll just leave it alone and let them figure that out in Columbus.
Well, I keep hearing about Texas defense, Texas defense, Texas defense. If Texas's defense is so good, how could the worst Georgia team since 2016 beat them twice?
Texas is a good team.
They are. They're
Texas
team, and I'm not trying to discount them by any means. When you have a powerhouse offense like Ohio State has at this current moment, the SEC is such a classic run the football type of deal. Like we saw Texas's run defense. They're really, really good at that. When you've got a quarterback that can throw bombs like Will Howard, there's no way that you can stack up to that.
With
Unless
his
you've got absolutely insane cornerbacks.
no, with his I don't see them matching up against Ohio State's offense very well. Texas is good, but Ohio State is great right now, and I just don't think that it's going to be a fair fight.
Mm-mm. It's all about
That's
getting
what
hot at the right time, and Ohio State is peaking at the right time.
Yeah, way to time that correctly.
Mm-hmm.
Who cares about Michigan?
Yeah. Losers. Bunch of people wearing blue.
I actually should have worn. I'm a Michigan fan. I should have worn my Michigan sweatshirt.
I have my I Love Raven County downstairs in my package locker right now.
Oh, that's funny. Oh my gosh. All right, let's move on.
You know what? I'm go Irish. I'm gonna say it. Go Irish. I really hope that Marcus Freeman and his guys pull it off. We can obviously get into the dissection of it all once we talk about the Sugar Bowl, but I feel like Penn State has been given some very, very easy matchups, and I don't think that they have seen a team quite like Marcus Freeman's Notre Dame.
Penn State, I was very impressed with when they played Boise State, which that was very sad about Ashton Genty not getting the yards to break Barry Sanders' records. He got 104. I think he needed 132. But I thought that Penn State played very well. Tyler Warren, the tight end at 6'6", he was just too big and too fast for anybody on that Boise State defense.
How much money do we have to pay that kid to get him to Athens? That's my question.
If anyone, do we have any boosters that are subscribers to this program?
Yeah. Anybody that donates a lot of money to the University of Georgia, I need you to stroke a blank check for that kid. Get him on the bus like yesterday.
A bus. Put him on a jet. He needs a
Yeah.
PJ.
Put him on a PJ.
Poverty. We can't win him over with a bus. Stick him on the Greyhound. Amal Shaw on the radio last week called him Brock Bowers 2.0. So come on down.
Come on. Hey, tight end university, baby.
There you go. Okay. Yeah. We can change up our running back.
Yeah. No, I mean, look, Penn State did put on a very impressive show last week. What blew me away from Notre Dame was their run defense and how good they did. I mean, obviously we saw Gunner just slinging it. And we'll get into that later because I have a lot of thoughts and a lot of opinions. Notre Dame's run defense is what stuck out to me the most about them during the Sugar Bowl. I think if Penn State relies too much on running the ball, they're not going to get it done.
Well, Georgia only had 66. Georgia, the entire team, only had 66 rushing yards. So they do have a good run defense, but our run blocking also sucks.
Well, the entire offensive line sucks. So
correct. Yeah. We're struggling on the offensive line side over here in Athens.
Monroe Freeling, I'm going to kick your ass.
Monroe, my man. You keep missing your blocks.
Oh my gosh.
Why are you turning the wrong way looking confused? That was a problem. Like turned around and then just like, where am I? Who am I supposed to be on? Like, that's a coaching problem. That's not I just got beat. I got pushed, whatever.
Like, dude, right there.
Just someone who's not wearing red. Just block someone who's not in your color.
Like,
I don't know. It was a hot mess. I don't know what else to say about that. I've been beating that to death. Everyone knows that I'm not a Stacey Searles fan, so I would like our offensive line coach to go. Of course, there's whispers about the offensive coaching changes that are going to be happening around town.
Get Mike Bobo the hell out of Athens. Get him out. I'm sick of it. I'm done. I am sick and tired of watching and knowing how much potential we have and not seeing us execute. I'm sick and tired of it.
I want Cyril's
That's
gone. You want
literally been
Bobo
the theme
gone.
of this season is I know what this team can do. Why the hell aren't they doing it?
Well, that's kind of been like we've had the I don't know. Like
This
on
is objectively speaking, this is the least talented roster that Kirby's had since 2016, but like the least amount of raw talent. We know how Kirby develops players and how he moves them
correct.
along and moves them forward. To
Because
see
this is
them
a
not
program where
play
you
up
are
to their
developed.
potential game after game after game after game, it's exhausting.
Because it's the end of the season and we're still confused on who we're supposed to be blocking. That should have been worked out in week 1. It should
Mhm,
not be the end of the season and we're still confused. These are
mhm.
coaching issues. I don't know what to do about that. Like we can only scream from the stand so much. Like there, I don't know what to do.
Yeah. And I mean the play calling going into half, I understand the idea behind, oh, we want to be aggressive, we want to do this, we want to do that. We went into halftime against Texas down 6-3 and look at what happened. Like 3 points is nothing to come back from, and instead we went down 10. Like I just mm, it that game, I've never watched a more infuriating game in my entire life.
It was disappointing for sure. I'm not mad at aggressive play calling. I think you should play to win and not play not to lose, but it just didn't go well. But there were a lot of mistakes, a lot of penalties, and we didn't have the composure that we usually play with, I think, in
Well,
years
and
past.
speaking of officiating, I am not trying to say in any way, shape, or form that officiating changed the outcome of that game, but the officiating did put some very major speed bumps in the way for the team. I mean, you miss roughing the punter twice. You miss a false start that gives Notre Dame a crucial first down and allows them to run 5 minutes off the clock in the fourth quarter. It's there needs to be some kind of officiating change as a whole stat. I've seen too many blown calls that have cost teams potential wins for us to just sit back and be okay with it, you know?
You know what I thought was ridiculous was the missed targeting call against Texas. I truly think that that cost Arizona State the game. There's no doubt in my mind that they would have won
Mhm.
had that targeting call been called. And if that wasn't targeting, like, I don't know what is. Can somebody call, like, let me know?
No.
Um,
It was textbook and blatant. The explanation that I've seen was that it wasn't intentional, so that's why they didn't call it.
and I agree with that. I don't think it was intentional.
I don't
However,
think
it
it
is
was either.
always called whether it's intentional or not.
Exactly. Yeah, it's just I don't know. The officiating this year has been abysmal across all of the conferences, across all of the games. I mean, you can't have your lines getting held on every single play and, like, never calling it. I don't know.
What did you think about the Parker Jones situation?
That is the mm, I don't know if we wanna get me this heated, but, like, I'm gonna get this heated. That is the
It's
most
happening.
bullshit penalty I have ever seen in my entire life. I understand, "Oh, we ran into him, it could be a dangerous situation, blah, 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 blah." But if you look at the video of the ref running down the sidelines, he is so close to the sidelines. Parker Jones is barely in the white, and you're gonna call a 15-yard penalty? Give me a break.
I felt so bad for that kid. You know, he had to be on like a mental health watch for for that entire 3 days.
I
I
literally said
can't.
that exact thing to my roommate. I was like, "This poor kid is probably flooded with death threats in his inbox right now."
Yeah, like I mean, he can't leave his room. Like, he can't go around town. I thought it was a very unnecessary penalty. It was definitely an ego call. Like, I think the ref just kind of got flustered and embarrassed and decided to throw the flag. Normally, that would be a sideline warning, right? Just like stay back, and then next time it'll be a penalty if anybody from Georgia, whatever. But in the words of Coach Hayes, it was little PP energy.
It was little PP energy. Thank you, Coach Hayes.
Made me laugh. Oh.
Yeah. Now, on to the positives. I am thrilled about Gunnar Stockton.
He looked good.
He looked amazing. All things considered, and like I will say this with my whole chest. I've said it to you, I've said it to my friends, I'll say it a million more times. Gunnar Stockton and the defense did not lose that game at all. Gunnar in his first career start, considering all the things he went up against, he still threw for 225 and a touchdown. Like, he did so well, and he had quite a few touchdown-worthy passes that were dropped.
Mhm.
And, you know, if he had had some more time in the pocket, I'm sure that Gunnar played so well, all things considered, and the defense, if we hadn't had that fumble recovery in Notre Dame's red zone and that kickoff return, Notre Dame's offense would have scored 9 points from actual drives, and we would have won that game 10-9. So I can't
Oh, the
say
kickoff return.
too many bad things about the defense. They played insanely well, all things considered. We outgained them on total offense. It just, when you shoot yourself in the foot and you lose a turnover battle, you can't really come back from that.
I want to revisit what you were just saying about Gunnar and receivers missing balls, but do you think Dylan Bell is Gunnar's go-to receiver? He had the most catches. He had 6 catches in that game, and I feel like he was just kind of going to him repeatedly, like they have good chemistry. What did you think?
I sure hope so. I really do, because I noticed that too. Dylan was getting targeted a lot more often in the game, and he obviously had that one catch that he dropped, but then, Cash
Oh,
Jones turned it into
awful.
7 literally the next play. I felt so bad for him.
He looked so upset. I felt so bad.
Like, "That's my
Bless his
baby."
heart. I know. Get up. It's okay. We're not mad at you.
I was screaming at my TV. I was like, "It's okay. It's okay. I love you." Like, oh, bless his
Shake
heart.
it off.
But no, I think that Gunner's got some chemistry with the guys, with some of the more under the radar guys on this team, as opposed to the standout stars, which I mean would make sense because he's been the second team quarterback for so long. Like, it makes sense that he has more chemistry with the backups as opposed to the starters.
Because he's been getting reps with backups all season long in
Mhm.
practice. Okay, we got very distracted
We
off of
did.
Penn State Notre Dame. But Penn State Penn State has all these
I thought that we were
playmakers, right?
talking about that game. It's okay.
It's fine. It's squirrel. This is how my brain works. I'm like a pinball machine, so I'll be all over the map.
Hey, this is the magic of editing.
I'm good with it. The audience has to keep up for this podcast.
Exactly.
Penn State has Katron Allen, Nick Singleton. Both of these running backs have over 1,000 yards for the season. We've already talked about Tyler Warren. They've got Drew Aller. They've got all these playmakers. Abdul Carter, the defensive end, he was a question mark because he got a left shoulder injury or left arm injury, but he's supposed to be back. They have all these great players. However, you're making a face.
Oh, no, I just get skeptical of injuries considering how common faking injuries has been. I mean, we literally saw it in the Sugar Bowl when
Yeah.
what's-his-face lost a shoe and then just went down.
Just like fell. That was
Yeah.
like, you need to be punished for that. That's not okay.
No, I mean, when
Um,
Lane Kiffin put 26 people on his injury report the week before the Georgia game, I was like, "Oh, he's doing this so that he can fake injuries," but they were on the injury report.
what a joke. That's crafty Lane.
Mhm.
But Penn State has 2 losses this season, and one is to Ohio State, one is to Oregon. So I don't think that Penn State is going to fare well against another good team like Notre Dame. And for
No.
these reasons, I can't bet against Marcus Freeman.
I can't bet against him either, and, as much as last week absolutely sucked, I do like Marcus Freeman a lot. It was a great game. They fought. They wanted it more than we wanted it, and that's okay. I say this every single week, but James Franklin does not do well in big games. Boise State was a big game, but they were a group of 5 big game, and that doesn't necessarily translate to a you know what I'm trying to say, like, what I'm trying to get
Yeah.
at. It doesn't translate to the type of big game that they will be playing tomorrow or
There's
Thursday.
yeah, there's a different it's just a different level. There's a different talent, size, coaching. We saw Marcus Freeman was a brilliant coach in the Sugar Bowl. Unfortunately, that didn't work out well for us, but hats off to him.
Well, and how about that punt that they ran the entire punt team off and the entire offense on?
I know.
Like, that
And
I
Kirby's
I
like,
didn't even know that that was legal until that happened.
well, there's been some controversy about that, right? So if it's like in a rule, I think it's officially not, but they said that it was at that time. Like those
So,
officials said it was.
yeah, Kirby said that he had asked about it in the
Mhm.
post-game interview, and they said that it wasn't, but then you hear all of these rules analysts saying that it is. So, I it's up in the air, but I don't think that you should be allowed to do that.
I'll see if we can get Gene Steratore on the call.
Yeah,
We can
seriously.
consult him.
Hey, bestie, what's up?
We have a question. Need the rules specialist.
Oh, Lord.
So yeah, we've got some exciting games Thursday and Friday night. What do you think about these players who have entered the transfer portal from Georgia?
I am not Anthony Evans shocked me.
I'm not really sad about that one. I mean,
I'm
like,
not
yeah, it's
sad,
sad to
I
see
am
him
just
go, but
very surprised.
you know who I'm surprised about is Damon Wilson.
That is exactly what I was about to say.
But
Absolutely, and
it's
even Lawson Lucky reposted that graphic on his Instagram story with a bunch of heartbreak emojis. Like, I don't think anybody on this team was expecting that.
it's like he's doing contract negotiations, I feel like, because I also saw something saying that he wasn't actually in the portal yet. He has just like declared that he's going to be.
Mm.
So I don't know if this is like, hey, I've got a job lined up over here. Can I get a raise kind of thing?
And it could be that, and if it is, great negotiating tactic on his side. But yeah, no, that one took I'm not upset about any of these guys. If you wanna go, who are we to try and stop you? It's more so just like, "What?" type of thing.
I think we're going to see more and more of this too with NIL and with
Well,
agents and
and we've got the NCAA roster cuts across the sport as a whole. So we're having to pare the roster down to 105 athletes and, like we're going to lose some people. All I really care about is that the guys that want to be there are there.
what about Jaden Rashada? How do you feel about that?
Oh, that's not surprising whatsoever. All that says to me is that Georgia as a team is so confident in Stockton, Puglisi, and the 2 guys that we just signed in early signing period that Rashada knows he's not gonna be getting any playing time anytime soon.
So the Rashada thing is weird. So he was originally committed to Florida and like sued Billy Napier. I don't think that's been resolved yet. Went to ASU, got beat out by Sam Levitt. Now he's beat out by Gunnar Stockton, and so he's out. So I think he's just going to keep kind of bouncing around until he can maybe find his starting position uh, and some bags of cash, I'm sure, which I can't blame him for that. But
Mhm. And you know what? I wish him nothing but the best. I wish we could have seen him a little bit this season. But, that just goes to show you how confident the offense is in their quarterback room and how good the depth is at that position.
well, I don't know how much depth we have there, but
How much depth
Gunnar,
or
please don't
about
get hurt.
that position? We gotta wait
Yeah,
for these freshmen to come in.
yeah, please. We've got to get them coached up. They got to study the playbook a little bit. So, but I think it'll be good
Um,
with all of our incoming people. I'm excited about the Branch siblings. We talked about that yesterday.
mhm. Absolutely
Um,
thrilled.
Zachariah and Zion, both from USC. Very happy about that.
And we just got what's his face from
Noah
Texas
Thomas.
A&M. Noah
Mhm.
Thomas, yeah. So I'm very excited.
So he had 39 catches for 574 yards this season. I'm hoping that he'll be really good for us. We need some receivers. We desperately need some depth in that arena. I think Kirby's heard that loud and clear, and he's working on it, is what all this movement says to me.
Speaking of Damon Wilson, I literally just opened up a new tab, and it looks like he is committed to Ohio State.
No!
So there's that.
This will be old news by the time this gets edited and posted to YouTube.
Yes, but
This,
On3 is reporting that Damon Wilson is headed to Ohio State.
we're recording this Tuesday night, everyone. Oh man, that's rough.
I mean, we're pretty much losing our entire starting offensive line.
That $20 million roster just went up, I guess.
Yeah. Larger rosters. Hoop Dogs are leading Kentucky 55-50 with 11:44 left in the second.
Do you know what? I got home from work and my husband was like, "Do you want to go to the Georgia game tonight?" And I was like, "I would love to, but I have to record with Garrett because we couldn't do it last night."
And I literally just saw him post on Twitter that he was there.
That's so funny. Yeah,
Hey,
he went.
Scott.
He's not going to watch this. He doesn't watch our podcast.
What? Your own husband doesn't watch our podcast?
No, he'll say something and I'll be like, "I already knew that. And if you would have listened to Girls Talk Ball this week, you would have known that sooner."
Like, hello. Oh my gosh. This is going to be a very short and sweet episode. I apologize in advance. My brain is like not here.
Well, honestly, there's only a couple games to talk about. We've kind of hit them and nothing is groundbreaking. And one of the things that I was actually telling Scott about earlier, I was like, it's kind of hard to repeat. Like, I listen to a lot of football radio. I've heard all this stuff a million times by now. I've heard 12 different people say it. Like, I'm just repeating the same thing. Like, everyone already knows this information. I feel like.
Yeah. It's basically an echo chamber once you get to this point in time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You've watched the teams all year long. I mean, you know what you know. Nothing surprising should happen. I mean, barring injuries, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I've got I'm picking Ohio State and I'm picking Notre Dame and I'm picking Ohio State to win it all.
Same.
That's just that's where I'm at. I'm honestly a little more excited for the NFL playoffs than I am.
I will not be watching the NFL playoffs, but I'm so happy for y'all that are. I don't do
I'm
the
excited.
NFL.
I filled out my bracket. I've got the Eagles losing in round 2.
I don't know.
I love you, Philly. Fly, Eagles, fly.
Yeah, don't piss them off.
EGLES, Eagles. They're
a very passionate group.
They are. They are. And I know that I'm probably going to get some hate mail for it, but I've got them losing in the second round. Well, because they're playing the Lions in the second round. Like, the Lions are hot. I love Philly so much, and I love my Philly dogs. I just don't see it happening.
I don't speak NFL, so I have no idea. I'll take your word for it.
We're going to have to throw a little NFL segment in next season because I'm starting to get really into it.
Oh, God, do I have to?
I can take the reins.
Yeah, you can. We'll do a special segment.
Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah, all right, we can do like a fantasy rundown and all that other stuff. That's perfect.
Yeah. Do you have a fantasy football league?
Yes.
I
always join a random one on ESPN, and then I am trying next season to get our like kids group together because we've got like a group of like 5 families, and all of our dads were fraternity brothers, and so we all grew up as best friends. And so I'm going to try and do like a fantasy league with all of them next year.
Oh, that would be
in Lake Lanier in the middle of January.
Oh, that is a mean punishment. Did you see one guy lost his fantasy group and he had to go to Jason Aldean's rooftop bar in Nashville? Did you see that?
No.
He had to go there from open. They open at 10 a.m. to close, which was like 2 or 3 a.m. And then he could take a shot of Rumple Mints and that would take an hour off. Or every beer took, I think, 30 minutes off. So he was like hammered. by like 11:30 because he was just doing shots trying to get out of there.
Yeah.
11:30 a.m.
Well, and Rumple Mints is not the worst of the shots. I'm not a Rumple Mints fan, but like if I am choosing a shot, it's either going to be Fireball or Rumple.
Oh, that's interesting. I would not. Well, Fireball came out of my nose one time when I was like 22, and I just can't. I haven't done it since. So it's been 10 years since I've had Fireball, and it's going to be 10 more years before I have it again. I wouldn't do Rumple. I'm a tequila girly if I've got to take a shot.
Oh, I like tequila, but my stomach does not.
Your what? Your stomach?
My stomach does not. No, I mean, we've been doing Fireball shots before we go into the stadium for I can't even tell you how long. It's been forever. So like I've blacked out on Fireball many a times. I've never gotten sick of it.
I mean, it's like I wish I liked it. I just don't. It's readily available. People love it. I just don't like it. It's
can't
not my thing.
do whipped cream vodka. So
Ew. I do like a good flavored vodka, like if it's a fruit flavor, but whipped cream vodka is disgusting. Somebody put that in our Jello shots at our tailgate one time, and nobody could
no, absolutely
nobody could
not.
put them down.
I will set the scene for you. It is my 19th birthday. It is my freshman year of college. We get a fifth of whipped cream Burnett's for $8. It is Monday night, sorority chapter. Little do we know, it's a voting chapter. So we don't get to go to dinner after chapter. We're just pre-gaming and going straight to the bar. I took 5 shots of lukewarm whipped cream Burnett's vodka.
That cost $8.
We get to the bar. I have my birthday sash on. People are buying me shots. I proceed to get so drunk that I threw up in the cookout like drive-through lane. Like opened my car, threw up out the side, and then got home, threw up all over myself. My roommates then my sophomore year literally had to pick me up and stand me in the shower. And I have not touched whipped cream vodka since.
I don't have a traumatic story. I just don't like the flavor, but that is awful. But yeah, it's funny how whenever you like throw up or you have a bad experience with it, you're like, I'm never doing it again.
Never.
You gotta respect that. What's your favorite tailgate drink?
I love a good mom water.
Ooh, I hate a mom water.
Really?
Which mom do you like?
I really liked Carol. Carol was yummy and delicious, but Susan is my favorite.
I can't remember. I bought a case one time.
Cranberry lime. She was around for Christmas.
Oh, then I've never had Carol. Okay.
Oh, Carol was delicious, but Susan is good. That's the kiwi strawberry one.
Mom water is like alcoholic LaCroix. Like it doesn't have enough flavor for me.
See, that's why you just add a little bit of lime juice in there or a little bit of just regular juice in there, and it kind of gets the flavor back up. But if in a mixed drink, I'm doing bourbon and Coke, bourbon and Diet Coke every single time.
Okay. I'm a tequila soda lime girl or a raspberry vodka soda. Greg Fawcett always gets me. Hi, Greg. He'll probably listen to this. He always gets me a bottle of raspberry vodka for the tailgate to have every single tailgate. So thank you so much, Greg. I love you, and I love the raspberry vodka.
Yeah, you're going to have to make me one of those when I come and tailgate with you next season.
So good. Yeah, absolutely. They're yum. And then I'm also have been known to carry around a bottle of Smirnoff Red, White, and Berry. I have that. I have like 2 bottles in my freezer right now. I buy it. You know, they only sell it in like 4th of July.
Yeah.
Memorial Day. So I always stock up on it at the liquor store. It's so good. I just drink it out of the bottle. It's real trashy. I carry it around.
You're so valid for that because it is so delicious.
It's so good.
I love the peppermint Smirnoff. So
that would be good in like a hot chocolate or something.
That's exactly what I do. I put it in hot cocoa.
Nice.
Yep.
All right, everybody. That's all for tonight.